Commander Honglan is an insane boss, but we got you guys covered. In this video, I'm going to be using the Longsword, and the counter ability is all the way maxed out, having both deflect levels. It really calms down her offense and gives you a chance to breathe and start your own offense. You can also use the clash mechanic with axes to parry her as well. I personally don't have any footage of me doing this though. Major tips for this fight you're going to want to keep in mind: the counter, you're always going to want to be earlier rather than later. The window for counters and dodges are really generous in this game, but if you're too early for a counter, it's not that big of a deal, because holding counter lets you block, and you take reduced damage here when you block, so it's always best to be slightly earlier. If you don't have points for parry, don't worry. This game allows you to respec at any time and try out new moves or new weapons. So for example, I had blink kick here and I wasn't really using it against her, so I instead removed the points from blink kick and put those 2 points into counter and upgraded it and then equipped it. Also, you cannot counter a melee punch or kick or wind/projectile from her. Those you're going to have to dodge. And also, wear the armor that you have that offers the most protection against slash and stab moves. You need as much defense as you can get, because she's absolutely going to be trying to clap your cheeks. And also, don't let her breathe or get a lot of distance between you. Stay on her at all times, or else she's going to start spamming more projectiles in phase 2, which can be really annoying. Another tip too, I didn't use this, but make sure you're using a temper before you start the fight to enhance your overall damage. I wish I used it. I have a build on my channel for you guys right now on our broken lifesteal build that trivializes most fights in this game. It's pretty decent against bosses, but it would have really worked really well if I had to use it in this one. It's live right now on the channel. I'll be linking it down below, but feel free to use burn too. I have a video coming soon on that. I'm going to be showing examples on what to look for in this fight, and then after, we're going to play the full video of when I beat her for you guys to get an idea of how that flow is. If you find this helpful, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to help raise that 38% even higher, and so you don't miss out on any more Wuchang videos. As soon as the fight starts, she's always going to be dashing in at you. This is the perfect opportunity to do my favorite guaranteed combo on her, one that you can use many times in this game. You're going to parry immediately, and when she gets knocked back, you're going to slash her, which if you have counter maxed out all the way, it's going to do a poke. After this lands and she gets stunned, you're going to need to hold down heavy slash. We hold it down all the way because she can do 2 things here. She can either dodge to the side, which if you just tap heavy slash, she's just going to avoid it. So we just hold it down, so after her dodge, it tracks her location and she gets hit by it, and this will stun her again. Or the other thing she can do is right after you parry her and then slash her, she will do a heel stomp, which is not parryable since it is a physical limb hit, but you can interrupt this move with the heavy slash attack and build up a lot of stagger poise break with it. But be careful, because sometimes, it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes after she stomps and you interrupt it, she will immediately do another stomp, and you can't interrupt it again. You don't have a move that's fast enough, so it's just best to dodge at that point. Through this fight, you're also going to want to stay really close to her. I know it sounds crazy, but staying close to her keeps her trying to slash you with her weapons, meaning you can parry her more often. And after a parry, you can always land the follow-up hit. Anytime she does jump backwards though, she's always going to throw out kunais. Even if she is close range or far away, she's always going to throw out kunais when she jumps backwards. You can parry these as well and use them to lunge after her. But if you are too far away, your lunge attack can miss, which can be really annoying. But keep in mind, the lunge attacks from the parry will interrupt her the same way that the heavy slashes do, and also build up a lot of poise break. Anytime you see her put her sword behind her back, then this way, it's kind of like Sephiroth, she's going to go for 2 melee punches and then 2 sword attacks. You cannot parry the 2 melee hits, so you need to dodge these and then bring up your sword to counter. If you don't like the timing of this, then I just recommend dodging all 4 if you can. It's just a little bit safer that way. The main goal of this fight is to get her poise to break at least twice. If you do this twice, she's pretty much dead. And if you're aggressive enough, 1 poise break should take her immediately into phase 2 when her health bar is at half. When she does get broken, you can do a little trick that I like, where you just start spamming attacks or take a step back, and then you can strike her 2 to 3 times before you hold down a final attack, which will execute or trigger the obliterate animation. This will give you the max amount of damage against her, and then it knocks her down again, so you can follow up with even more damage strikes, or heal if you need to. She always jumps back at the start of phase 2 to start launching 2 wind projectiles at you. You can't parry these, you're gonna have to dodge them. And after you dodge the first one, you have to immediately dodge the second one. So it's kind of like a quick spam double dodge, if that makes any sense. You can't just dodge and wait, you have to double dodge. I've tried this many times and I always get hit by the second one. She also gains a new series of quick strikes, which you can counter these, but they don't exactly get deflected. You'll need to repeatedly spam the counter button over and over again. It's about 3 to 4 strikes. The commander won't get stunned in this. It's her new move that she has while in this form, where she will not get knocked back or stunned or poise broken. She also gets a new jumping attack, which is pretty easy to dodge. You can kind of just dodge towards her forward and she'll just blow right past you. Another tip too is her dash strike attack. Try not to strafe too much when you're waiting for her to do it or trying to counter it, because it's annoying. She can miss you and it puts a lot of space between you guys because she'll just travel the full distance. And then it makes it annoying to close the gap sometimes, because as you get close, she'll just hit you or do a projectile and launch you back further, and then you just spend the whole time trying to get back close to her. Phase 2 is a lot easier than it seems because she only gains the new wind projectiles and the quick slashes into the jump. Once you get that rhythm down for those moves, you can pretty much dominate her easily. But you also can just dodge most of the stuff in phase 2 instead of trying to parry everything. Not every run is going to be perfect with her. I've had nearly flawless runs where phase 1, she got 0 hits in on me and it was like a beautiful fight. But then phase 2, I died from like some silly mistakes. Whereas this run that I'm about to show you guys where we finally beat her, I got hit by a lot of stuff that I normally was dodging. But I was staying hyper aggressive, really close to her, and overall not giving her any chance to breathe. I really do like this fight. It kind of made me appreciate the game a lot more and the counter move way more than I did, because until this moment I thought counter was pretty bad, and the game chooses this fight specifically to highlight just how vital this skill is for the longsword. It also teaches you how to clash with the axe and other weapons, which I haven't really fully explored, but longsword is the general weapon that most people are going to be playing with when they go through this game, and I hope this helps you out. If you want to try out the counter, it really does make a big difference in this fight. Now I'm going to show you guys the run of which I was able to finally defeat her. It wasn't as clean, like I said, of like most of the other runs where I died, funny enough, but it shows how being aggressive in smart ways can really pay off against this boss. And here's our successful run of about 25 deaths. So let me know how this worked out for you guys. We have a lot of other boss videos like this coming up because there are some crazier ones after this. Commander Honglan, white-haired mommy, aka journalist Roadblock, comes into Wuchang at a weird point to show the true difficulty that the game can and will be going forward, because we realize now that we've actually been playing the tutorial the whole time, which is funny because before this fight they slap a tutorial at you kind of warning you that, hey, you might want to use the parry here, and you totally can beat her without parry, but it's just a lot more work and effort required to do that. All right guys, enjoy the video. Damn it, I forgot how fucking fast that was. Dang it, I got stuck in the animation. I want to scream. Oh, my wife is sleeping. Oh, it's really late. I want to scream so bad.